Hi guys, Miss Strauss here. This week for the review and exam, we have things set up a little bit differently, so I'm going to kind of run you through what the expectations are, whether you have me or not, okay? And things like due dates, I'm not going to talk about because that might be a little different depending on what you've worked out with your teacher. But I'll kind of lay out the basics of what we're going to do this week. So first, you have a review that is posted. You need to complete that review and you need to submit it. One thing to know is that the test is formatted a little differently, so I set up the review to be similar to the test. You'll notice there's very few questions on the review, but they are multi-step questions, and that's what you should be prepared to see on the test as well. Once you submit your review, a key will open up. You should go look at that. Take a look, see if you did the problems right. Make sure you email your teacher if you have any questions about things you did wrong, or maybe rework your questions. Then you'll be able to open up the exam. The exam is only 6 questions long. There are 2 multiple choice and 4 fill in the blank, but the 4 fill in the blank have multiple parts to them, okay? So you want to be sure you fill in all of the blanks. That part of the exam is auto-graded. We will go back and check for things like spelling and capitalization and goofy things like that Schoology likes to dock you guys points on. But that is only about 2/3 of your overall grade on the test. So the last third is from showing your work, and you will need to do this on a piece of paper. There is a code word associated with each question in the fill in the blank section. So when you show your work, you're going to need to write down that code word and then show your work for parts A and C of that question, okay? And everything is clearly labeled. We need you to be really clear on your work, what you're working on, and label things and circle your answers and stuff like that. But we do still need you to put your answers into the Schoology part of the quiz, okay? Now these instructions will also be right at the beginning of your test. So when you open up the test, the first thing you'll see is another video from me explaining a little more detail about what you should do with those questions. You will submit those as a separate assignment. So once you submit your answers for the exam, you're going to go in and you're going to submit your work. Okay. If you have any questions about this, make sure you email and ask your teacher or get in touch with your teacher before you open your exam, because your exam is set at only an hour, so it will kick you off after an hour. I don't expect that it will actually take you an hour, but we have a time limit so that it's not just sitting open for forever. But because of that, we don't want you to get into it, have a question, and then email your teacher. So let us know with this set of instructions if you're confused about anything, and then of course you can ask again if you need to. Good luck on this exam. Make sure you're legible in your handwriting when you're showing your work, and don't forget to submit that work when you're done with your exam so that you can get all of your credit.